Okay, so welcome to the channel. Welcome to Warped Media. I am Mike, the sole proprietor of Warped Media. And what we are is a car culture, enthusiast culture, car enthusiast culture, whatever you want to call it. I got a mouse in my pocket. I am more or less a car enthusiast. I've been a car enthusiast for pretty much my whole life. Yeah, that's probably fair to say. Pretty much since I was young, I've been into cars. And so that's kind of that is what has led to this channel. So what we're in right now is we're in my daily, which could be considered an enthusiast car, depending on who you talk to. But this is my 2012 Mini Cooper Countryman S Countryman. R60, whatever you want to call it. It's a mini R60. Turbo 4, manual transmission. Some modifications, which we'll talk about those when we get in the exterior portion from the, when we talk about the car more in depth from the outside of the car. But yeah, it's a fun little car. I like it. It is my daily at the moment. And yeah, so like I said, been a car guy, am a car guy, have been a car guy my whole life. Everything from muscle cars to, European stuff to JDM stuff to all the things, I am a proponent of all the car stuff. I don't care what you drive. If it's cool, it's cool. And that's kind of been my philosophy the last few years, which wasn't always the case. I was kind of a American muscle, Camaro, Firebird, Chevelle, Malibu, Chevy 2, skinny front tires, big back tires, big block Chevys, or, LS stuff was what I was into for a long time, a lot of years. And I think to the detriment of my car career, to the detriment of cars that I have owned, if you will. So I like anything, everything, all the things. Which is funny, not funny, but it's interesting that driving this Mini, I didn't expect it to have the draw that it has. I didn't expect as many people to be into it as they are. I was driving the other day in town and I got a thumbs up from a dude driving probably a late 90s Civic, clean Civic for the age, had good nice wheels, wasn't slammed. It was, just nice, clean Civic. He gave me a thumbs up, which isn't exactly, like, ooh, I got a thumbs up from a Civic guy. But I also get people who are old timers, old gearheads. I had a conversation the other day with an old timer. So he had a shirt on that was from like some kind of NHRA Nationals event, you know, like Gator Nationals or whatever it was. You know, typical NHRA shirt. So I started talking to him, and he owned a big tire, kind of Pro Street Chevy 2, and an old gasser of some sort. I forget. It might have been a Falcon gasser. And then he saw the Mini and was like, "Hey, is that S model?" Yes, sir. He's like, "That's got the turbo, you know, 4-cylinder, the little, you know, 1.6." And I was like, "Yeah, it's, you know." And so he started talking to me about the Mini. And this is a guy that's, you know, he's probably in his mid to later 70s, driving big tire, big back tire, skinny front tire, big block Chevy powered stuff. So that was pretty cool. The Mini surprisingly gets a lot of attention. The only people that really don't like it are the Brodozer guys, the big diesel truck guys. I equate, you know, and granted I have an F-350 dually with a tune and all that stuff. It's fast. But I equate the big diesel truck guys, the Brodozers. Those guys are a lot like I was back in the late 90s with Camaros and Firebirds, with F-bodies. Mullets and everything. The attitude that we had back in the day when the import market was just starting to boom, we were like, those things, you know, or F-bodies, we could totally kick those guys' butts. That's kind of how the big diesel truck guys are nowadays. Not all of them. I'm generalizing, sure, but it's kind of how I feel about those guys right now. Because I was one of them, just a different vehicle. But other than those guys, everybody kind of, I think, likes the Mini. It's a sharp little car. It's not very big. It's sporty. It sounds good. Well, like I said, I'm going to turn around up here, head back into town, and hopefully we can get a break in the weather now that it's raining and the car's going to be covered in water. That's the other thing. This car's not clean. Yeah, I mean, I drive the car daily. I don't have the bandwidth to constantly clean it. Turn around on a dirt road. Ugh. I don't have the bandwidth to wash it every day, to clean it every day, you know. I do my best to keep up on it, but it's a black car. I live in a very deserty climate, despite the rain. So it is a very difficult car to keep clean, if you will. So I keep up on it best I can, but the dust is going to be there, the bugs are going to be there, the dirt's going to be there, the water spots are going to be there, and that's fine because I drive it. Let's see, what else? Anything else? I already talked about car stuff, my car career a little bit. Yeah, let's cruise back into town and check the wind. It's mainly the wind, because I know in town it's not raining. It is out here though, and I'm going over the speed limit. Don't speed, kids. Speed kills. So why did I buy this car? That's a good question. I'm glad you guys asked it. So I have a son who just got his license and is going to be going to college soon. Yes, he waited until he was 18 to get his license. Slacker. But he also has a girlfriend who lives outside of town, and when he was in school before he graduated, he was doing, with baseball and esports and all that stuff. So he was constantly going, and I was tired of driving him. So I gave him my old daily, which was a 2010 Volvo XC70. Super clean, 200 some odd thousand miles. Doesn't leak oil, doesn't burn oil, it's very nice car. And so I decided, hey, you know what, here, give him that, so he has something to drive that's safe, good in the winter, and all that jazz. And so I was on the hunt for another daily, and so I was cruising the Facebook Marketplace, and looking at the Mini, something I've always liked Minis. I've liked the Legacy Minis and the modern Minis. And so I told the wife, hey, maybe I'll get a Mini. So she started sending me all the Minis because she was looking as well. And she found this one, and she sent it to me. And at first I was like, keep looking. A couple weeks later, I was scrolling the Facebook Marketplace again. Car was still there. So I was like, I like it. At the time, the guy was asking a bit much, more than I wanted to spend on a used Mini. But by that point, it'd been out. He'd been trying to sell it for a number of weeks. So I went and looked at it. I drove it. I drove like I expected. It's on coilovers. It's lowered. It's got super low profile tires. It's got an exhaust. All the things. So it was what I expected. And so I drove it. Said, all right, we'll be in touch. Come home. And talking to the wife, and I said, hey, I'm going to offer him this amount of money, which was less than what he was selling it for, and we'll see what he goes. I offered him what I thought was a fair private party price for the car. Threw the number out there. Guy took it. Surprisingly, okay. Really, I wanted a daily that was something different. The Volvo, I loved that car. The car drives amazing. It's comfortable. It's capable on dirt roads. It's capable in the snow. It's sort of a champagne color with beige interior, so it's very Volvo. It's very, geography teacher looking, but got decent mileage, had decent power, 3-liter turbo 6, inline 6. Never gave me trouble. But I wanted something that was, I wanted to kind of go back to my roots, to drive something that was maybe a little more noticeable. Maybe something that didn't just blend in with everything around it. That's kind of why I decided on the Mini. So far, it's been a good car. I've had it 4 or 5 weeks now, maybe 6 weeks. The only thing I don't really like is it's fairly rough ride, but that's partially due to the suspension. Well, completely due to the suspension and the tires, which I equate tires as part of the suspension when it comes to ride quality. If you know, so all right, I don't think this wind is gonna give us a break. So I am gonna go home and have some pizza. I almost turned on the damn off ramp for the freeway. Okay, now that that's done, so welcome back. And as you can probably tell, maybe tell, it's a different day, different time of day. It's actually 2 days later. Uh, let's be real, it's 2 days later. The original video, the driving part, was done on Sunday. It's Tuesday. So we're finishing up this. I shot this last night, but I wasn't happy with it. So we are going to attempt to get this done today. If I can get the angle of the dangle correct. So using a gimbal, it's a little bit awkward, but it's fine. It doesn't turn as I would expect it to, or it's a little bit not sensitive and then oversensitive. But it's fine. So this is the Mini R60 Countryman S, Mini Cooper Countryman S, as my kids have dubbed it, the Angry Frog. We'll get into that later, why they call it the Angry Frog. But as you can see, it is lowered. It's on coilovers. It is, as the kids say, stanced, even though I hate that word. It is got, let's see, it's on coilovers, 18-inch wheels, camber kits front and rear. Let's see, strut tower brace, all different charge pipes, larger intercooler, kind of a lot of the period correct things. Generic catless or cat delete pipe, catless down pipe. Sorry if the wind is getting me. It is a touch windy here, so it is what it is. So cat delete pipe. So it has no cats on it, and it's got catback. I think Megan Racing exhaust. I believe it was a Megan or an M7. Strut tower brace. Of course, the main factor, the main horsepower thing, of course, is stickers. Stickers make horsepower, they say, right? So let's back out again. um, some kind of, so I think these are TCG wheels, TEC wheels. I'm sorry, I'm not up on my wheels apparently, other than rotiforms and whatnot. So yeah, this is it. Like I said, kind of listed all the mods. So no cats, essentially turbo back exhaust, coilovers, camber kits, 18-inch bright red wheels, all new charge pipes, bigger intercooler. What else? I think that's about it. That's on it. So that you can kind of see how it sits, why it's a little bit bumpy, but not terrible. It's a fun car. It gets a lot of attention, a lot of looks. So a couple things we are going to change, or that I've started to change, is basically engine compartment detailing. So painting components that were black or silver, painting them either red or black to kind of match with the exterior of the car. So yeah, other than that, it's kind of just a basic interior. Is just all basic Mini R60, nothing crazy. So I'll pop the hood and we'll look at it, show you guys what we got. You'll have to excuse the helicopters, or helicopter. They're flying around. See if I can get. Yeah, so as you might notice, a little bit of red accents, strut tower brace, that charge pipe behind the turbo, our aftermarket. So it's Mini Mania is the charge pipe kit. I'm gonna wait for the helicopter. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So Mini Mania intake, M7 Racing, I think. Strut tower brace. And I got a couple other things I need to do under here just to accent it. Let's see if we can. Yeah, so also turbo blanket, just cheap Amazon, you know, um, Chinese blanket. So yeah, that's how it will look right here. So don't know how easy it is to tell on here, but yeah, camber kits, coilovers. Wait for the helicopter. All right, so with that, I think we're going to go ahead and finish this video up so I can get it posted. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, all the normal things. Share with your friends. Tell your friends to share with their friends. And I'll put all my social links in the down there. So y'all have a good day.